Can you name any rights men have today that women don't?
Any rights that men have that women do not? Any rights that men have that women do not? No.
So then what laws are feminists fighting for?
Shit, that's a good one.
Gotcha, bitch!
That's a good thing. Like, she's actually agreeing with it because it's a truth and any sane person can realize it.
If my son came home from school one day and said to me, look, Mum, I'll be honest with you, I think I'm gay, I would take it on and I'd be open.
What if your son came home and said, I think I'm black?
So like, now that's a smart woman. She can make sense out of the things that are so simple. Very good.
Well, I mean, obviously I'd have to sit him down and be like...
So you don't think if he thought he was the opposite gender, you might need to sit him down and tell him
that he's
well, that's what I said. I mean, I would listen to him, sit him down and have a conversation with him. But this all comes down to the way that you raise your children.
I'm saying, you said they have their own mind, so why doesn't he make up his own decision? Why would you have to sit him down?
I can still have an input and I can still talk with them about it.
So if he wanted to change his gender, you'd let him?
No, of course not.
What is the difference between a man, let's say me, I have 4 wives, right? What's the difference between a man having 4 wives and a woman having 4 men?
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time.
You can impregnate the 4 wives at the same time, and we know who the parents are, right? So let's say you had 4 pregnancies, you know who the mother is because she's carrying the baby, and you know who the dad is, top G.
Okay. Whatever you say, bro. Top G.
If you had a woman with 4 men and she gets pregnant, who's the parents?
What about if...
No, I'm asking.
Okay,
do you know?
I ask, what if they're different races? One white, one black.
You don't know.
Answer the question.
That made no sense. I can't put any sort of sense into it. Doesn't sit right.
No.
I think women want to sleep around and not have any consequence for it.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah! Yeah, instead of, taking personal accountability and being on birth control, they just want to, do whatever they want.
Prince the producer.
You say this like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. It almost sounds like you said...
Can I also ask, do you have any care to empower women?
Sleeping around wherever you want and women empowerment. How do these two things relate? Like, wasn't it about women getting to study and stuff, equal pay? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Or is disempowering women part of your, steez?
To see this as shame, insult, guilt, need to be right, okay. Why is it empowering to sleep around?
No, what I'm saying...
Oh, hell yeah. That's my question right there. Why? Come on, why?
It's I feel like you do take the way you speak on women is very sort of women just don't want to do this. Women just don't have this. Women just wanted this.
Maybe I should
and I wonder why you have so much hatred towards women.
I don't hate women.
Where does that root in? It sounds like
women.
you do.
Oh my God. Guys, we've been caught. To be honest, she works for the male society and she's undercover and she's actually a man. Maybe.
I am a woman. It's girls want to sleep around in their 20s and then at 30 run to a man. And but you've lost the things that men value by the time you're 30. You're no longer pure. You're no longer youthful. And so men are kind of tired of it because what happens is they'll date the bad boys, the rappers, whatever in their 20s. And then they hit 30. One guy thinks this is his lucky ticket. This girl's super into him, but she just wants kids. And she really feels like she settled for him. She gets the kids and then half the time leaves.
Have you tried confidence?
Eli, hold on, Minnie.
Sorry,
Eli.
confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches.
I don't
confidence can't make me 6'7".
So hostile. She's sharing her experience in a specific
No, she's
field.
sharing.
And
I'd have to go.
No, she's not. She's a woman who's had an experience.
Hold on, one at a time.
You guys are so obsessed with your own experiences and your own existence, and yet when a woman is sitting here telling you, I feel as though this is unfair and this is compromising and this situation is not helping women, you guys are like, meh, meh, meh. But when you're like, I'm a black person that did this, and this, then it's valid and fair.
That was so cool, actually getting to see a smart person in there who can shut them up and actually let another person speak. Respect, man. More power to you, ma'am.
And viable.
So you said one of your big issues is that men cheating, right? if you could find a guy that you, let's say in magical world, you guaranteed knew that he would never cheat on you. His one condition though is that you could not go out to bars, clubs, and parties anymore, ever. Would you be with that man?
Absolutely not.
There it is. There it is.
What do you mean? Of course not.
Is that what people are gonna tell God, that he was just so controlling and he wouldn't let me go to parties and clubs? What are people doing?
It's controlling, and I'm not here for
It's
that.
not. It's not. If I'm looking for a wife, I don't want her to have been with like more than 5 to 7 guys personally. Why are you laughing over there?
Yeah, do you guys have?
I mean, just
I
be
think
single
it's
forever.
very
I don't know, man. Like, and it's just like I'm so far beyond that. Like that far, like that thought, like that just doesn't even cross my mind anymore.
What doesn't cross your mind?
Like body count or like how many people you've been with. Like that is so just not in my range of thought because I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking of people like as a person and how they are, and I don't care about who they've been with or like what they've done.
Why is everybody an alien? Like, you see one guy who actually said something that just seemed right. It made sense. And then this alien comes out of nowhere and I'm like, I'm thinking about other things. What you thinking about? Tell us too.
In their past.
I'm 33. I can't think of any reasons or advantages to date a 31-year-old over a 21-year-old, for me personally.
So can you clarify what your advantages would be for dating a 21-year-old over a 31-year-old, since you're comparing the two?
Lower body count, less baggage, probably better able to pair bond. There's a few there. You got some, it sounded like you might have some more.
like, I mean, so
Oh,
like
better looking.
That's a stretch. That's the thing. Everything you just said right there.
Like, he might be a little bit right, but he wasn't, like, he was really offensive with that last statement. Yeah, but yeah, that's his opinion. But yeah, just because she's younger doesn't mean she's prettier.
Bro, come on.
If all men are predators, would you say that women are gold diggers with no loyalty and only want to rob men of resources while claiming the victimhood when things go awry?
Wow. That's a bit much.
That's a bit much, but telling
If you're gonna make there's whole TikTok accounts on how to get money.
I'm not saying
it's women's fault we don't get security, okay? We wanted to work. We said send us to work. And then we go to work and now the wages are cut in half for everyone when you got double the amount of employees. It's our own fault. Whoa. And then women, who's in charge of sex, right? So women said, you know what? I used to require marriage to have sex with me. Now we don't do that. So it's our own fault. It broke down because of women. Modern women find 80% of men as unattractive. And so on dating apps, which...
Guys, guess what? I'm the 80%.
People will argue that maybe people on dating apps aren't looking for something serious, but that's the #1 way people meet. Women only swipe right 5% of the time, up to 20% on the high end in certain studies. So women are all sleeping with the same guys. So for guys that are in that percentage, it's like they just have an abundance of girls throwing themselves at them. And then the women will come back later and say men are trash, but that's who.
Absolutely.
Yep. Well, that's exactly the point. And you can go around and you will see more boys feeling lonely than women, because women always have somebody to talk to. Like, the society always gives them some sort of sympathy. But when you're an ugly guy, 80%, nobody talks to you, bro.
How often do you guys go out? Every weekend to party?
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Friday, Saturday.
Your boyfriend goes to the strip club 2 times a week?
No.
It's just like a ritual thing.
Go ahead.
It's like a regular. I mean, if he wants to go, he can. But like, I don't know why you'd want. Like, I don't. Like, what do you? Get
You got a girl.
Yeah.
You got a girl already.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like that.
I think body count matters. So
I don't know if that's inherently entirely misogynistic, but that's kind of unpleasant to hear.
we all make judgments, whether you guys want to admit it or not. We all make judgment calls when it comes to potential partners. In the same way, like most of you just said, like, I want to date a guy who's taller than me. That is a numerical measurement. You're making a value call, so to speak, based off of a guy's height. The fact of the matter is, a guy who's shorter than you could be a fantastic partner, loving, loyal, great person, but it happens to be you might not be attracted to men who are of a smaller stature than you.
I think I'm gonna stay silent.
Yeah, that's completely right, because you should stay silent because he's telling the truth. He's 100%, and he's absolutely correct.
I don't want to promote further discussion.
We need to stop pretending that women need a man or XYZ. It's like, no, back
We
yourself.
do
Whatever
need
you-
men, though. We do.
We don't need them.
We
Then
do.
No, because they're lesbians.
Who do you call to get your car fixed? A man or a woman? Your toilet breaks down. Who do you call?
So I fix my own car.
Power supply. Who runs it? Who runs the infrastructure of society? Men or women?
Oh, at the moment, men, obviously,
Yeah.
because of
So
patriarchy.
regardless of that, like, you agree that men run the infrastructure. So therefore,
at the moment, yeah, men run the world.
We need men.
On a wide.
Boys, it does feel really nice to be appreciated, no? I feel good.
Scale, yes. On a wider scale. On a personal scale, no. Because you don't need a man to provide for you.
Right,
we can earn our own wage.
But we need men to run the industries that keep us alive and well.
Not necessarily, no. Because I know female mechanics, engineers, carpenters.
But remember that's exception. Like, those industries are like 99% male.
Anybody who's a feminist who just heard you is going to have their ears perk up.
I'm not going to put my wife in that situation. Everybody needs something in their life that they're passionate about, something that they get and source fulfillment from, and she'll have that. But she's not going to have that going to an office at 9 in the morning and pushing a bunch of buttons and taking shit from her work. I'm a chess player. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work twice as hard, make twice as much money, let her stay home and say, hey, baby, pick whatever you want to do. You want to start a business? You want to do interior design? Like, whatever, until we have kids, and then it becomes a different story. I'm giving her any opportunity that she wants. I'm giving her ultimate freedom. I'm not controlling her. I'm giving her freedom. Like, that's what I'm doing.